What is up, guys? It's Agent Analytics here, and welcome back to another video talking about the top 5 power forwards entering the 2016 and 2017 NBA season. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, the first player I gotta put on the list, Anthony Davis. He's one of the best low post defenders in the league, period. He has the ability to defend the wing as well, but he changes the way an opponent offense runs due to his effective way to contest, even block shots. Most of Davis's blocks come from him keeping his feet on the ground, something that he has learned to do over the years. Offensively, there really is no discussion. He is one of the best offensive posts in the NBA. Period. An amazing mid-range shooter, definitely helps spread the floor for the Pelicans. His three-point shot has greatly improved, and hopefully he will have the season that we're hoping he was going to have last season. Due to injuries, it was cut short. All right. But I feel that he can lead the Pelicans into the playoffs, maybe compete for a top 6 seed. That's why I feel like he can even have an MVP season next year if he plays better, if he stays healthy, and he can lead his team to wins. Number 2, I got to put Blake Griffin. Now, it was arguably a lot of players could have gone number 2, but I just put Blake Griffin because he is a huge what if. What if, what if he stayed healthy this season? Would he have put up amazing MVP numbers? He was going, he was on that path. He was putting amazing digits up in the early of the season, but he got injured. And I feel like he could have led the team, It could have been his team this year. And the Clippers arguably did better without him. That doesn't mean that Blake Griffin isn't a good player, man. Offensively, his game has grown exponentially. He isn't the old, I could only dunk and miss free throws forward that he once was. He gave that job to DeAndre. But Blake Griffin has expanded his game by improving his mid-range and three-point shot. Defensively, he isn't as good as Anthony Davis, of course, but his offensive IQ puts him up at number 2 just by the way he knows when to slash, he knows when to post up. He's a really underrated low-post passer, man. I'll give him that. So I feel like Blake Griffin, he still has room to improve. And I feel like this season, if he stays healthy and, stops punching people, hey, he should get some pretty good playing time out there and maybe lead the Clippers into championship contention. Number 3, LaMarcus Aldridge. Man, how quickly they forget, man. One year you're the big talk, being one of the best power forwards, one of the best low post scorers in the game, and then the next, you don't even get recognized in ESPN. So I think LaMarcus Aldridge is still top 3 power forward in the game, period. Not just because I'm a Spurs fan, but offensively, there really is no question. He is one of the best offensive players in the NBA. It did take him a while to get comfortable in the Spurs system, as so anyone that is from another team and just move on to the Spurs, they have trouble in the beginning of the season, so we can't really blame him for that. But in the late season, he really started playing great off Kawhi. Understood his role, wasn't scared to play his role, because I feel like if he would have played that the entire season, he would have gotten the recognition he deserves. So, hey, defensively, I think he's going to have to try harder now to replace Tim Duncan. He's not going to have that defensive body down in the paint. He will have Paul Gasol, but Paul Gasol isn't as great as a defender as Tim Duncan is. So I think LaMarcus Aldridge has a lot of weight on his shoulders this season, and I feel like he will step up to the plate with it, man. Paul Gasol can lead Aldridge to play off him, and they can create low post passing and floor stretching from there. So I feel like he'll really benefit the Spurs, and he will just have a better season this year than he did last season because he's more built with the system. He is more comfortable with it. He knows what to do. He knows his role from the beginning of the season. And that's why I got to put LaMarcus Aldridge as number 3. One player that I was thinking about putting number 3, he slid down to number 4. Got to be Draymond Green. Now, defensively, he's one of the best players in the league, post and perimeter. Some might say he should have been Defensive Player of the Year this past season instead of Kawhi. I disagree, but I could see why they make that argument. Offensively, he won't give you too much points, averaging about 14 points a game, which honestly isn't even important of his game to his team. He is surrounded by possibly the top 3 best scorers in their respective positions: Curry, Clay, and Durant. But Draymond will give you those big plays, man. those late quarter big rebound putbacks or a fast break steal. Those little things with a spark that can spark a huge scoring run for the Warriors. In my opinion, he has the ability to become the top three if Blake or Davis don't perform as well due to injuries or other incidents that happen on and off the court. So he can easily move up there, man. It's just this season, I project him to be top four, and just like anyone else on this list, they have the right or to move up or move down. On number 5, I gotta put in Paul Millsap. Paul Millsap is one of the biggest underrated stars in the league, ladies and gentlemen. Having a better all-around season than the previous year, Millsap has really matured on the court, taking that leadership role, and now without Al Horford, I could see his game improving even more. A lot of people would argue that he might play small forward this season. I disagree. Looking at the roster, I feel like he would fit better at power forward, and he would lead his team playing off each other and him. I feel like him and Dwight Howard can play off each other really great as well. So I feel like that position benefits him and the team. Millsap has improved his shooting range as well as the perimeter and post defense. He isn't polished all around, which leads him to be such low in this list, but hey, anything can happen. We're going to have to see how he works with Dwight Howard, and we're going to see how much play time he gets this season and how much the offense runs through him. And that can be a huge factor whether he's still going to be top 5 or he's going to move up or down. Now that's it for the top 5, but we do have some honorable mentions. Now the first one, which could have easily replaced Paul Millsap in my opinion, is Chris Bosh. There's no doubt in my mind he could be a top 5 power forward if he stays healthy. He has had serious blood clot issues which don't allow him to play on the court. He says he feels better and is ready to give it his all this season, but hopefully he stays healthy throughout the season, and I can see him taking the offensive load for Miami. Now that Dwayne Wade is out, Winslow isn't such an offensive player, I could see a way better pick and roll action with him and Dragic developing this season. And if he can stay healthy, then he'll be basically leading the Miami to the playoffs, and I feel like he can do that. He has the talent to do so as long as he stays healthy, man. All right, this might be big. This might be a big shot. But hey, I got a big shot last video for Andrew Wiggins, so you know who I'm going to choose. Jabari Parker. We've seen Jabari Parker's here and there explosiveness, where he gives us glimpses of what he could be. I think the Bucks are ready to go all out, man. I think they have a really solid team, and being led by Giannis Antetokounmpo and Parker, this team can cause havoc, man. This team is so young, so fast, so quick, so athletic. They just really bond together, and I feel like Jabari Parker is a huge piece of that. He's displayed amazing pick and roll action late in the season with Giannis Antetokounmpo, which I believe he can improve that part of the game effectively this season, causing better floor spacing, which plagued the Bucks last season, man. He's really athletic and young, and I want him to have a breakout season this year, and it needs in order for the Bucks to compete. The Bucks need Jabari and Giannis and Chris Middleton to compete, and Jabari needs to understand his role. He needs to become a better offensive player, better defender, just an all-around player for the Bucks. This might come to a surprise for some people, but I gotta put the man, Dirk Nowitzki. Man, when is he gonna retire? Every year it seems like he gets better. It's honestly crazy. He's just an offensive monster. We all know that that's what he does best. From the low post with an amazing post fadeaway, or helping stretch the floor by his amazing three-point jump shot. All in all, man, Dirk is an all-around player, man. He's one of the best scoring big men in NBA history. Facts, no question asked. Defensively, well, that's what he lacks, And I doubt he's going to improve better this season. He is 1 year older. He's not going to protect the paint better. But the Mavs and him know that isn't a big priority for him. Is to score and put up points on the board. That's what he's been known to do all season, all of his career. So this year shouldn't be any different. He's just a year older. But the Mavs and him, I feel like they understand that he needs to take a little bit of a role, back off. They gave him the money he deserves. He's been taking a lot of pay cuts his entire career just to get a NBA player that can lead him and the team to another NBA championship, but sadly, they've only won one. He has a better offensive season this past season. Also, like getting a few more minutes than the previous season. I don't expect for him to take a huge number dip because of the new season. I just don't think that it will increase, but it definitely will not dip down into, disastrous stats. Hey, I feel like Dirk can still have it. And I feel like they can still run the offense through him, and Dirk might be top five. Who knows? It just really depends on how he plays this season and if old man syndrome catches up to him. All right, guys, that's it for this video. I'm sorry about the wait. I just really been caught up in school, and I just haven't been able to edit the videos correctly. After this series, I am planning on doing discussions about the NBA. I'm honestly waiting for 2K17 to drop, and I might be posting up some gameplay, like Park, my career, my league, and just do some rebuildings for y'all. So just stick tuned, man. Subscribe for anything about the NBA. Y'all know y'all can count on me to bring you guys the latest news and talk to you guys about the NBA in general, man. So like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want, man. I'm out.